Everyone wants a modern home right now. Everyone wants those wide open views, but what type of window is the perfect application to get that wide open view? Well, there's a few options out there, some that you've probably heard of, others that have some options that are a little bit different, and then one that you may not have heard of but could be the ideal solution. But for now, we're going to start with casements that crank out, just like this. Now, when it comes to a modern home, why casements tend to be the most popular option is because they can get really narrow sight lines, maximum glass on that. Some of them will go even up to 48 inches. Most manufacturers will go 36 inches, 42, but depending on the manufacturer, you can go all the way to 4 foot wide with these operators that are available. So there's a lot of options and a lot of ways to really expand that glass and minimize the stiles and rails on the windows to give you that wide open view and have zero obstruction or very little obstruction. Casement windows are probably what 99% of us think of when they think of, hey, it's a modern house, what type of window should we choose? A big question that comes up is energy efficiency. Typically, folks have a modern home. Energy efficiency is something they're concerned with because there's a large amount of glass on a home. How is that going to perform? How is that going to affect my house? A casement window is a pretty darn good option, and the reason for that is it naturally insulates a house because it seals really well. That window, when it's shut and the air and water pounding against that, it's going to seal it tighter as the wind blows on that. It's only going to compress that weather stripping even harder. So as far as water and air infiltration goes, casements are probably one of the best options out there. As far as performance goes, depending on the glass option that you put in play, it's going to give you a good U value. It's going to help with your design pressure ratings. There's quite a bit to be said about a casement window and performance. So that balance of glass as well as its functionality really make it a winner when it comes to energy performance and a modern home. Next on the list is going to be picture windows. Modern houses are all about picture windows because picture windows allow you to have maximum glass. The specific type of picture window is a direct set or a direct glaze picture window, meaning that window does not have a sash. So you see here, this is a casement window that we just talked about. The casement window has a sash where it opens, right? That's the part that moves. Traditional architecture is going to have sash set, say that 5 times fast, sash set transom windows or picture windows along with it, and they do that so the glass is in perfect alignment across the board. All the views are the same glass. In modern homes, we don't really care so much about the glass aligning, it's about maximum glass. And the windows that are there are meant to operate, and if they're at a different sight line compared to the picture window, it's okay. By doing direct set picture windows, you can expand to much larger sizes than you would with a sash set window, and you're going to get maximum glass that way. You can even see in the corner here where the head of that direct set picture window compared to the casement next to it, it doesn't totally line up. And the same can be said when it's in regards to doors. If there's a direct set picture window next to a door, you're going to have a difference in the views there, but it's okay because it's all about that expansive view. It's about that modern luxury that people crave these days. So we were talking about direct set versus sash set. Now, the difference between the two, this would be sash set. Now, it's basically a stationary window that would align, the glass would align with an operable window below it. When we talk about a picture window, it would look just like this in your traditional architecture because you want the glass to align throughout the project. That's the whole idea. The traditional architecture, all the visuals, all the sight lines are in perfect alignment. That is the goal. Now, when we talk about modern architecture, you're looking not at sash set for picture windows, you're looking at direct set or direct glaze. The difference between these two is this portion right here, the sash. Now, you're going to want to look at this spot right here and look at where the glass, the visible glass starts versus where the visible glass starts here. A direct set is going to just be basically a window frame that is stopped in right there. The glass is just stopped right into that frame. Really minimal lines, maximum glass compared to a traditional sash set frame where they're looking for alignment. If we kind of move this over here, you can see between the two, if we line them up frame by frame, how much more glass is available and where the glass would start otherwise if it's a direct set versus a sash set. So modern architecture is all about the glass size. Traditional architecture is all about aligning the glass. So last up on the list is something that is perfect for a modern home, but most folks in the States haven't heard from it, or if they have heard of it, it's something that's kind of like, I don't know about that. We've never really seen many houses with it, and that would be a tilt-turn window. Now, a tilt-turn window is a European style window, similar to a casement window, but instead of cranking out, it swings in, and it'll swing all the way in. And the other benefit to it is if you lift the handle one more time, you're gonna be able to tilt it in, hence tilt turn, right? Really cool window, unbelievable performance compared to the American manufacturers. An American manufacturer typically cannot touch the performance ratings that are on a tilt turn window. Having said that, you want to ensure that the manufacturer that you're dealing with a tilt turn window is a reputable manufacturer that is going to have product available, is going to stand behind the product that they manufacture. There's a lot of tilt turn products around the world coming from Asia, coming from Europe, and with that, quality and quality control can really be a concern. We have a great relationship with Bertrand Windows and Doors, fabulous company that does a fantastic job. We have a great alliance with them and a great partnership for folks interested in tilt turn windows. What's really cool about a tilt turn window, aside from its functionality, aside from its performance, is the sizing that's available. They can really do some robust sizes with the European products out there to get you really large expanses of glass and go kind of above and beyond what manufacturers on the state side can do. Now, the one kind of, I don't want to say a downside, but the one concern regarding modern homes and tilt turns is they can be kind of chunky as far as the sight lines on it. They're a little thick, but there's options out there to make it a little bit thinner. One of the ones that I think is the coolest is gonna be a window that they actually provide for us, which has no sash to it on the exterior. It is just completely glass and it is gasketed in place, eliminating the concern of the sight line issue, of that in-swing unit set in that frame. So if you're thinking about tilt turns, if you're thinking about the options, a lot of it comes down to how you trim it and make it look. If you have really large sizes, that heavier sight line kind of disappears in the mix anyway. So modern homes and what's available and what you can do and how you can push the limits and really personalize your project to make it your own, whether it's a Colby Vista Lux, whether it's a Sierra Pacific urban narrow sightline product, whether it's a tilt turn by Bertrand, there's really no wrong option. It's all about what you want to do and what options work for you so you can play and make yourself the envy of the neighborhood. If we can help you in any way at all, please contact us at monmouthmillwork.com and we'll be sure to make sure your project goes off without a hitch.